Remember, when you subscribe to our channel, click on the red subscribe button and be sure to ring the bell so you get notified every time we have a new video. Thanks again. Hey guys, welcome to Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy Live. I'm your host, Mike Quist, and this is your better host, Catherine Quist. What's up?
That was generous. We'll take that. Hi, guys.
Welcome back. We have a really cool program planned for you today. We did some major work up front. We're going to show you something exciting, something that we have not shown live before. Are you stoked?
I'm so excited. We've been wanting to do this for a while, and they got it together. We're going to do it tonight, so we're excited.
All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to talk about our Stone Coat Countertop Insiders Group. We've picked another You Got This award. Mitch, why don't you show everybody who we picked and why? Let's take care of that right now, bud.
You got it. Hey guys, happy to be
Mitch,
here.
I forgot to say.
Oh.
I forgot to tell everybody, welcome back to Mitch. Mitch, you were greatly missed. Mitch was on vacation for his anniversary, and he's back.
I'm back. I got a nice suntan. I'm missing where I was, but we are here. It was cool to see. We're back here at the Stone Coat Insiders Group. We've gained nearly 1,000 people since I had left, but we're going to talk about Diane today and check out her before picture and check out that after. Diane, you did an excellent job on this kitchen. What a good, beautiful change. You definitely got this on this job. Good job.
Diane, good job. Give it up for Diane in the comments below. Good job. Mitch, let's go ahead and show her You Got This award. Let's get that in focus. Come on.
Back up a hair.
Ooh.
It's less cool when it's on
Close
focus.
enough, I guess. The You Got This award is coming at Diane. Also, we're going to send you a half-gallon kit for free just because you got this. Right on.
Right.
All right, so we're going to need everybody's help. You want to tell them what we're going to bring out today?
So we're really excited. We have been so busy. We're super excited to show you our new colors, but we haven't done that the last couple weeks. So today we made it a point to get it out and get some showing, and we have been having people ask us for a ton every single one of our lives. I don't even remember the name, but they keep asking us to do something in green. So today we're bringing out our new green. This is our new, Mitch, can we do this one?
Yeah.
All right. So this is the new green.
I love that
Beautiful.
green.
It's going to be super awesome. And instead of just showing you this packet today, what we're going to do is a designated pour specifically so that you guys can see this new color and help us name it. We want you guys to help us name it and figure out what you guys like. And you know how we are. We love to be able to have you guys help us decide what you guys want to call it. So get ready. Mike's going to start mixing up here, and we're going to start getting going with that.
So as we pour this, just let us know in the comments below what color we need to name this green.
Right.
What you can't tell, looking at it on film is this has a huge iridescence to it.
It has like
it's holographic
it
almost.
totally is. It has like an undertone of some gold and yellow flecks in it. It's beautiful. I am super excited when we look for different colors and things to bring to you guys. It really has to wow us. So this one is in particular just gorgeous. I'm hoping that we can get it out there for you guys to start liking as well and get moving. So yeah.
Is that drill more quiet or what?
I know.
You like that?
We have been working on that. So you know how we love to get better. So Mike went out and went to work and is getting new things to make it less frustrating to listen to us while we're mixing away.
All right, we're gonna put some of this green in here. And one thing that you guys need to know is we are very picky on the colors that we're adding, and we love the new colors, so help us name this. And there might even be a prize at the end of the rainbow if you get the name right.
Right.
All right.
Name right?
Well, if we pick their name.
Oh,
You know
I see.
what I mean?
Okay. It does remind me. When you said the end of the rainbow, that's totally what it reminds me of now.
Yeah, it's wild. This is
Lucky Charm
This
green.
is this color here.
What if I name it?
then
I get
we're-
a special prize?
Yeah.
We're already getting some pretty cool names over here, man.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Magnum green,
Oh, that's a cool one.
hologram green, pistachio, sassy sage.
You know what I like
Pearl
about
green.
this color? I like that this could literally be used for a countertop or art. It's vibrant, but it also has earth tone into it, so it's very universal.
I bet it looked good on a wood splash project as well.
Right.
I didn't think of that.
You know, it looks like that. You know how when you go into the forest and it has that iridescent green for moss? That's totally that color too. I think it really depends. Oh,
gosh.
I'm so excited.
Let's add a
Wait, maybe go into that one and you can pull it up because you know
Oh,
how we like to look at
overhead.
colors. Oh, well, we wanted to show the.
Okay, back to the other one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add. I really want this to be
I think you need to add more.
very opaque. So let's add a touch more because I don't want to see much of this black coming through.
Right, right.
It goes a long way. We definitely, anybody who saw our video on how we did that blue Burl slab, we did not use a lot of our metallic, and it goes a long way.
Right.
But you can definitely make it super opaque by just adding a little bit more powder.
Right.
And I love how these disperse.
Right. They are really great. So we always want to make sure that you mix it really well. If you don't mix it, sometimes you'll see in other people's projects that they have like fish, like little tails or
Tadpoles.
yeah. I always think of tadpoles, but I don't know. Someone maybe more official can come up with a good name for that too. You can tell us what we should call those suckers. And we haven't been seeing that. As long as you mix really thoroughly, you won't get those at all. So yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
You pour it out.
All right.
I'll trowel it.
All right.
And I got too much there, but it's a
Look at that color. Isn't that beautiful? All right, you guys asked for green. This is beautiful. Green.
that is a unique green.
I love it. I mean, just think of the other colors mixed with that. Put that with a copper or gold. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be gorgeous. And I love it on top of the black.
That's good.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah, and I'm
Go
gonna
for
scoop
it.
the excess back in there.
All right, we'll leave it close then.
I'm gonna just take that and mix it a little bit on the surface, right?
Yeah, did you want me to get a brush?
Sure.
All right, we'll get that ready.
You chop it out.
All right. Always make sure to de-shed your brushes. You always pull off any excess little.
What I love about using metallics too is you can make different patterns just with that brush. And you know what I think we'll do? Because we're starting with this the first thing today, we'll come back after we've done our next project
I love that,
and we'll
yeah.
move this a little more to show them how
I
it
love
can
that.
continue
Yeah,
to
let's
move.
definitely
We have a
do that.
really long working time on our materials, so you get to play with that a lot.
Yeah. Make sure you always prime your brush. I already de-shed it, right? So
Why are you priming it?
you want to make sure you do that, otherwise it's going to it'll take the product off instead of put it on.
Hey, Chris, you wanna grab some
just
paper
hit it with the heel. Mike always talks to you about it. So make sure that you're using it with the heel. It's not a pattern. You want to make something that breaks that up. It kind of disperses it all over the place. It's also its final mix, so you want to make sure to do a good job chopping. It'll take out those trowel lines that you put in there with the trowel, and it makes it look pretty. Isn't that like the easiest style?
Look how pretty it is with the black undertone.
I know, and we didn't make it super opaque. We still left a little translucent, which I think is really neat too. So make sure you always get your edges. Mike does that with his hand a lot. I like to do it with a brush. It's just kind of up to your style. It's no big deal. Just make sure that you get them really good. So what we'll do, I totally love that idea, Mike. We can let that sit and we'll bring it back and kind of show you what it looks like when it settles. And we can also mess with it a little bit. Did you get it? Oh, good job.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks for your help.
Chris, come on back here. Come on back here. All right, so I want to introduce Chris. This is Chris. He is the ultimate camera editor, the man, right?
Yes.
Yes, I am. So Chris has been working with us for a long time. He started from the ground up, and he's very good at editing. So Mitch is going to be in front of the camera a lot more because now he's not going to be back there moving the software and the cameras and hustling as much. So Mitch is excited. Chris,
Right.
welcome to the team, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
He's doing an amazing job. He's been working on some projects, some of which you'll see today, and he is just amazing. We're so excited to have him here and
The only
working with
problem
us to do that.
he makes Mitch and I look really ugly.
You know, he is
Thanks,
pretty
Chris.
awesome. So, all
Good
right,
job, man.
we'll let him go. Make sure you could torch that out.
Nice. I like just the chopping.
I know.
Is the overhead showing how that chopping looks, Mitch? Well, not as much as in real life. It looks so vivid.
Right. It has the undertones and the overtones of those greens that just are beautiful. So
That's good. So
That'll be
right
good.
here, see that little pinhole?
yeah.
I'm just gonna touch it,
Oh, I was just gonna add more product.
and then see that little drip underneath. You can always use your drips underneath your top as your reservoir. So if you have a void or something that you're trying to fill in, you always have those drips. Also, those drips really gauge how much your material has set up. So when you want to know, can I chop it again? Can I drag a rag? Can I drag a brush? Can I make this look striated? You know how far along your setup is by the feel of those drips.
Right, that's awesome.
All right. Another thing I want to note here is our material is going to be thinner on the edge than it is on the surface. And so if we wanted to hide the edge, you'd want to pre-spray this or pre-paint this with a little bit of similar color to this green. That way you didn't see, but this is almost going to frame it out because we have a dark color that's going to show through the edge a little bit.
Right, and if your final color, so Mike just went over and he kind of filled that in, which would be fine if we were going to continue like we are tonight. But if you are going to do that chop brush, you'd want to just use your brush and chop that out because it did leave it a little bit more symmetrical in that area. So I just kind of pulled
And
that
I
up.
like how you're going random and not in rows. That makes
Yeah.
it look better overall.
Right, just beautiful. You can just kind of keep it away from the edge when you're just cleaning it up a little bit too. So I'll do that. I'll torch it one more time. We'll move it out of the way until a little bit later.
All right, while you're finishing that up, I want to tell everybody what we did the past few days. So we've actually gotten a really cool project ready for you guys. What we've done is we've gone to Habitat for Humanity and we got a used double vanity sink. One of the biggest questions we get all the time is, how do I do something with an integrated sink, with an integrated bowl? How do you do these type of finishes, those kind of things? So in this video right now, we already pre-recorded the first steps so that we could show you the final steps live tonight. So Mitch, when you're ready, let's go ahead and click over to that and enjoy the next 3 minutes. We're going to show you exactly what we did to prepare. Do we take our lives seriously?
You know, that's the only way that we are willing to do lives is if we could do the upgrade. So, you know, we like that. So
yeah, so
we're
go ahead
working it out.
and watch this. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in 3 minutes. Hey guys, we're here at Habitat for Humanity. Folks come here and they recycle their old construction materials like cabinets and countertops and chairs and tables, all kinds of stuff. This is a haven for recycling and renewing old countertops. We're going to show you exactly how to take an old cultured marble sink and turn it into something brand new. Do you got a rental or an old property that you want to restore that countertop that won't break the bank? We're going to show you how right now. Let's get started. So we're looking for the perfect project for an integrated sink and integrated backsplash to show exactly how to do it. There's a double vanity. This double sink cultured marble vanity top has seen better days. We're going to show you exactly how we bring it back to life. All right. You can see the caulking left over on this piece and the dirt and the grease and the grime. That's no problem. We're going to use TSP, trisodium phosphate, to clean and dull this surface. It really helps with the overall bond. Simply use a scrub brush and a little elbow grease and get it nice and clean. We're going to abrade this with a 60 grit metal sanding disc, also to help with adhesion. Go over the surface lightly, do those edges, and we're going to get a great finished product. We're going to remove any drain covers and sealant that attach those covers. Wherever you have chips or damage out of the cultured marble, we're going to use an all-purpose Bondo putty to repair that. It's simple as mix it up, use a Bondo spreader and overfill the chip, and then we'll come back and sand it flush to get everything nice and smooth. You'll never knew this was damaged. When we're repairing chips, we like to do 2 coats of Bondo. We'll do the first one nice and heavy, we'll sand it flush, we'll come back and do a skim coat of Bondo, and it'll be good as new. Wipe off any excess dust, and it's time to use our bonding primer. Whenever you apply bonding primer, just be sure to do a nice thin coat. Thin to win. After the bonding primer is thoroughly dry, we're going to use paint and primer in one. Here we have it tinted to natural gray. We're going to apply 2 coats and make sure those coats are also thin. We like to use a 6-inch roller on all the flat surfaces and our chop brush wherever those sinks or curvatures are. It makes the job a lot easier. We'll lightly sand between our coats of paint and primer in one. We'll wipe the dust and you're ready for your second coat. When all that's said and done, your project's ready to go for the fun part. We're going to apply our decoration and our coat of Stone Coat Countertop epoxy, and we're going to save this vanity. Go. And we're back. Did you guys like the way that we did that? Let us know in the comments below. Do you want more lives where we do prep projects up front and then we'll come to the final product right here? Let us know if you like that format. Also, what we're gonna do right now is finish the job. We're gonna do this thing.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you guys were able to get it done so we could bring it to our live. We talked about maybe we can make it happen, or we might have to do a regular video. So we get to do it live, which means you get to see how awesome and easy it is right now.
So we get this question a lot about the backsplash. This was a good example because these sinks have a little divot here. We got a rolled edge on the front. So whether you're doing laminate countertops, whether you're doing cultured marble, anything with backsplash integrated. Now it's a give and take. A lot of folks who have rentals, who have apartments, those kind of projects, they don't want to spend a lot of time, they don't want to spend a lot of money, and so they want to get these projects done. You are going to sacrifice a tad bit of quality, and I'll show you where. Is when you are brushing the backsplash out, it wants to run vertical. So we do brush it horizontal, but it's not a thick coat on the backsplash because it's vertical, it's running downhill. So it will be more thin and a little bit imperfect. You're going to see that when you do integrated backsplash. If you're okay with that, you're gonna love this process. Is it horrible? Absolutely not. But that's what you're dealing with when you try to do backsplash in place, right?
Right, or even the sinks. That's another reason why we're so excited about this specific project, because it really, just like last week's project, actually, that Montana marble also is very similar and can be used in the same conjunction, which is why this week we're like, we've got to go get the integrated sinks, we've got to get the backsplash, we got to get some updated stuff so that people can see how easy and amazing that is. I don't know, Mitch, how many calls do you think we get on this a week?
A couple dozen.
Yeah, at least that. So we're excited to be able to bring this to you live tonight.
The big key with this is doing something that's repeatable, and you can also know that it's going to stay put. So when you do that Montana spray, when you do these granite effects, these are the Rust-Oleum accents, and they are the stone effects. Right here. Does that help them right there? So that's what we're using. We're using 3 different colors here. We're using the stone sienna, we're using the bleached stone, and we're using the stone mineral brown. Right. And you can get this in a number of different colors. Mitch, did you add that link to our site?
I did not. It'll be up there in the morning.
Okay, so we'll add the link to these, of where we get these and how those work. But let's spray this. So what I like to do when I'm doing something like this, you probably should go overhead, Mitch.
Okay, I'll go overhead and deep.
I like to go the sinks first, the edges and the backsplash, and then I fill the field in, and I'll do one color, and then I'll come back to the other colors if I need to.
Well, before we get started, Mike, how long ago did you...
Well, there went that color.
We're
live.
Isn't that a fun project?
Yes.
So we had done, to get this prepped, what did you do to get it prepped before you start doing this?
Well, that whole video showed them.
Oh.
Yeah, it showed them.
And how long did we wait before we started this part?
We waited 24 hours.
24 hours, guys. So don't get too crazy and too fast.
Oh, this died too. This is going to be bad.
Oh, no, it isn't.
No, it's not working.
Are you kidding?
No.
You're teasing me?
No, these cans aren't working.
They're working?
No, they're not.
Let me see.
Hold on. Let me try this.
Let's try it.
We may be doing Montana marble spray on this.
Well, and that would be beautiful too.
They're stopping.
I think.
You just gotta open it out.
No, it is.
No, it's dead. All right, I'm gonna go grab the Montana. And you guys can tell me if that will work. I'll be back.
Okay, there we go. I just had to shake it more. Good call, Mitch.
Are we good?
I don't know. We'll see.
Do you want me to go grab the Montana?
Oh, that looks so good too. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's what you would not see if we weren't live.
Good job with the language.
Oh, that looks good, man. Yes. This is definitely a different kind of paint. It does have some texture.
Maybe the overhead and zoom in.
Overhead.
So this paint has some texture to it, which we were nervous about at first, so we weren't sure about using it. But the texture does not get in the way of the epoxy leveling out. It still looks really good. And I'm just doing those sinks. I'm doing just so that if I just hit this at an angle where I was flat, it wouldn't catch that whole bevel. Does that make sense? So I did the whole thing around it, and then I'll come and fill in the backsplash. I'll fill the front edge, and then I don't know if I want another color. This is...
Well, the other ones are working too now. We just had to shake them up a little bit.
I don't want to overdo it either. This is...
layer it.
This is, I mean,
Yeah.
this vanity was nasty, and we saved it.
What do you think, Mitch?
All of
Mitch says we go big.
Ask the audience, do they want to see all the colors or just
Guys,
this
comment.
one?
Let us know what you think. Here, on the sides, maybe? I think we should go heavier, honey. What do you
All right,
think?
let's just use the other colors. Boy, that looks good already, man.
What do you think? What are they saying, Mitch?
them. More.
More. Okay.
All right, this is the bleep. No, you're just saying that, bro. Mitch wants more.
I'm on delay, so I'm answering for everybody.
You got to shake it more.
Okay.
Ugh. So this is a great test. You got to shake the heck out of these. Oh yeah, you're right.
Just
You
gotta
get that.
break up the particles in it. Yeah.
That does add some effect to it, Mitch. It's just giving it some white speckles.
Oh, this one will go good, babe.
Yeah, this one's like dead.
You want to do this one?
Yeah,
Maybe
Let's
change
check
the
it.
nozzle.
Yeah.
it didn't work.
Oh, that's good.
This one's pretty similar to the. Oh no, it's not. It's adding.
It's darker.
It's adding a hue.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This really looks like Corian. Looks like
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it looks
you
like.
know, and it looks really good. I like it. You,
Yeah. Maybe a little bit
especially
more
compared to what that was.
gold. Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Hey, Mike, can you pull back on the piece towards the back of the table? The overhead's kind of cut.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can, a little bit.
Absolutely. And I think I'm about done. I don't want to spray this too much more.
Okay.
Yeah, just move it back a little bit. Get the out of it. There we go.
All right.
Alright. Oh, look at how pretty that looks. Maybe just that in front of the bowl, babe. There you
So
go.
this would be a
That's
totally
great.
different color if it was a different base color underneath.
Right.
You know,
You wanted to show all the different textures, so that's why you chose a light base.
that's pretty.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Wow. All right, so while this dries, it dries really fast, but you would want to wait longer than a live video. But let's go ahead and get to any questions, Mitch, while this sets up, and we'll mix up some epoxy and pour clear over this thing. Any questions from the audience? Anything that we can help you with? What's been on your mind on the Stone Coat Countertop
This
world?
looks so cool. Like, it looks really neat. I really like the texture of it. That looks great.
I like it too.
Yeah, that looks great.
All right, we got one question here, and they ask, what is the total cost of this job you're doing right now?
Okay, great question. So that vanity that we bought was $10 at Habitat for Humanity, and then we're going to use. Oh, you only need 3 ounces per square foot. This is 8 square feet. We're going to use 24 ounces per coat. So you're going to use. You're like a half gallon kit. You're $50 in epoxy, $10. You're $60 new double vanity. So.
Right? Super reasonable. All right.
Yeah,
Are we
this
gonna start
this
pouring?
is still actually really wet.
Should we wait and do something
Any other
else?
questions, Mitch? Yeah, that's too wet. Dang it. We may be letting this sit till next time.
We can always come back on that one too.
We got so many name suggestions, it's going to be hard to go through all of these.
Oh, cool.
All
Very
right.
cool.
How long after I mix until I must stop with the torch?
Maybe we'll get some other-
Answer that one.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
How the question is, how long after you mix can you stop? How long till you can't torch?
Oh,
After
well,
you
you have a 45-minute to an hour working time. So you have tons of time to play with it. And I will tell you, we've come back and retorched even, a little bit longer into that. So just, you're going to have to judge your piece. It really depends on the temperature in the area that you're using, how thick of a piece you're pouring, what product you're using. So this one in particular, we're going to be able to torch this. We'll probably be torching this in about an hour still. So go ahead and get it all out, let it set up. If we wanted to put other designs on top of it, we could have done that today, and then kind of keep going forward. Any other good questions for us?
I have another question right here, and it's for a drop-in sink. Is it better to cut your sink in first or after the epoxy is all done?
Oh, drop-in sink, I like to cut it after the fact. A couple reasons why. Number one, when that drop-in sink is already cut, everything likes to flow into that hole. So if you have a big vein that's not quite centered or it's at the corner of that cutout, it'll want to flow kind of funny where it's obvious that it flowed into that hole. And then if you cut it out, you now have a sample piece, or you have something to use, or just a cool cutout. It's kind of neat to have that. So that's why we leave it in, and then we also don't have to worry about masking underneath that if we don't have to. If it's in place and it's already cut out, totally can do it. But if I have the choice and I'm making it out of MDF, it's a stove cutout or a top mount sink, I'm going to cut it after the fact.
Yep, this is still way wet.
Yeah, you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to wait on this. I don't want to ruin it by going right now. We put that on kind of heavy, and that stuff is not drying nearly as fast as I had remembered. It's been quite a while since we used it.
I know, right?
So we're going to go ahead and let this dry. We're going to do a whole video on this process. So this will be part of the video is this step, and we'll show you exactly how it looks clear coated, and that video will come out in the next couple days.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and bring that green one back.
Okay.
We'll do, let's drag a rag through it or do something. You mind if I do that?
Why don't we yeah, we could all do that. Do you, Mitch, you want to answer a couple other questions while Mike and I bring that back
Sure.
up? Cool. Did you want to move this off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Donald has a question about the casting resin, and he says it's a little bit rubbery after 36 hours, and why is this normal? And it's not normal like that. And what probably has happened is we hand mix that casting resin, and if you rush through that, if you don't have a timer on that, that's one of the reasons that can stay a little soft like that. Just give it a little more curing time. You should harden up just fine, but on your next batch, just mix it up for a sufficient amount of time.
All right, Mitch, you'll want to come in close on this piece.
Okay.
So this is that green piece. Actually, Catherine, you come do this. So what I like to do is either, I really like that striated look with the rag. So
I do
I'll
too.
fold it up and then just drag it across. You want to show them how to do that?
Yeah.
Let Mitch,
I'll get B-roll adjusted here.
okay.
Sure. All right.
Perfect, Chris.
All right, Mitch is going to get the good shot for you guys.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Okay, cool. So
That
you
is a
just
pretty
take your
color.
rag. You know, I used it actually to wash my hands earlier with some epoxy. And so you just take it, you kind of just crinkle it up. Not a big deal. But see how it kind of creates those high and low points? And that's what's actually going to be grabbing when you're doing those across. So on a sample size this small, you just lightly, right? Lightly drag it.
You're actually a lot softer than I am. I go after it.
You do, but
And I like to come back the other way too. And see how you're missing some? That's really good because you get that undertone of that chopping that comes through still.
right. That's why the high and lows are really cool and important when you're doing the ragging.
So if you do this while the epoxy is set up a lot, it retains more definition and contrast than it will early in the pour. So that's something to play with.
Yeah, isn't that neat? So I just love that. I start off of the piece a little bit and kind of just make sure that I pull it all the way through.
That looks like
Isn't that neat?
rainforest, man. That's a.
Ooh, rainforest green. There's a new color. Well, there you go.
All right,
All right.
okay, audience, do you guys want us to leave it like this or chop it with a rag? What do you think?
Whoop. It'll take a few minutes for them to get back, or a couple seconds at least. Do you want to do a different color over there?
I got a question.
No.
All right. What resin is good and durable to use for a wood project?
Good questions. You know, what we've really been having fun with is using our quick coat as the seal coats on wood. If you haven't seen our Burl project that we just did, go to our YouTube channel. Go look at that big blue Burl that we made. That was a very fun project, and it goes through 3 types of resin. First, it goes through how we formed and created a dam to hold the casting epoxy. Then what it goes through is the quick coat. You need 3 seal coats on raw wood because if you don't and you try just for a flood coat, it's going to let air come through, because that wood is so porous it's going to start bubbling and get air and white spots. So the seal coats with the squeegee are super important, and the quick coat allows you to do 3 seal coats in a day because it dries in about 2 hours. The problem with quick coat is if you don't know what you're doing and you aren't prepared and you leave it in the bucket, you got 15 minutes. You better be ready to rock. So if you don't want to start with that quick coat, use our normal Stone Coat Countertop epoxy for those seal coats and wait about 12 to 24 hours in between your seal coats. And then finally, our Stone Coat Countertop epoxy, our normal top coat, that's what we always finish off with. That's where you get your heat, your scratch resistance, your durability comes at that coat. And so those are 3 products we used in one project, and that'll explain it well.
Right, and each one of those projects actually has their own video and their own description underneath our website. So if you go to the product page and go right into the website, it will have each of those different things, so that if you didn't catch all of what he said or wanted a little bit more information, you can go there and find that out really easy.
This looks really good. I like the rag drug that way. That is that, and it's settling out. So because we used a metallic, one thing to remember, when you just use metallics, they'll wash out a little bit. They're gonna fade and move and kind of wash out, especially if you don't do anything later in the pour.
Exactly.
When you add spray paint to it, spray paint doesn't move, and so so when you use spray paint in conjunction with metallic, you get kind of the best of both worlds, and it looks really natural.
Right, I really like that. And I don't know if you noticed, I haven't hit it with the torch quite yet. I actually want to have that set up just a little bit more before I hit it with the torch. That way it doesn't do exactly what he was talking about. It will just kind of retain some of those lines, and we can kind of move forward. Where are we at with that?
Yeah, this is too wet. We're not going to do this today. We're probably going to end this live right now. I think we did a really cool project. What I love is how fast you can do this.
Well, and this project is all but done. I mean, all we're doing is the clear coat on top of it. So we have hundreds of videos on clear coat, so it's not like that's a mystery. But if you want to catch that next one, you can do that next time. And
Mitch had another question.
Oh, great.
Sorry. David Duramass, break down how the epoxy and resin is measured in those cups.
Good question. So we actually had an issue this week. Somebody measured the epoxy by weight. Well, resin weighs about 1.5 pounds more per gallon than the hardener does. So don't don't do it by weight. It's too easy. Just do it by volume. Do it with the actual measuring cup, and you're going to be just fine. 1-to-1 ratio on our normal Stone Coat Countertop epoxy.
And then each of the other kits too has their own measuring too. So we have a 2-to-1, we have 1-to-1. We try to make it really easy.
Yes.
Yep.
Mitch?
Yeah, I got one final question here. And this question's almost towards you. And it's here, I've been out on vacation for the past week, and Norma has a question for me. Mitch, are you singing today? So does that mean that you publicly...
you didn't see the
I haven't seen the video. Did you play it?
Oh, yes,
yes.
Oh, my
Mitch.
God.
You're getting a new
You shouldn't go on vacation if you don't want me to put that in the video. Chris wanted me to put that in the video. Yeah, I'm throwing him under the bus.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
Mitch, you got after it, too. It's full-blown. You got
It's
after it.
awesome. It is the best ever. If you haven't watched it, go to last week's live so you can see that awesomeness for Mitch. So
Another
right.
question here.
Oh, good question.
This question's been asked a couple times. Sorry for missing it here. Still curious if the epoxy is water safe since you're doing a sink.
Yeah, actually, a lot of folks use this for shower panels. They'll pour their pour panels. They'll install them in their shower. It's very resistant to water. We love that for that purpose. And yes, it's going to be just fine in a sink. Don't use it in a bathtub. We get that question a lot. Use a tub and tile paint if you're going to refinish a bathtub. But for intermediate water where it's not sitting in like a pool or something like that, yeah, it's going to work.
And don't use it in an aquarium. We don't want your fish swimming with this stuff.
No, it's not made for
It's not for
aquariums.
that.
No,
Right.
sir. No, it's not. All right. Any other questions we should hit before we sign off?
I think you should pan into both of these maybe one more time. Let him see it, because I hit that with the
We got a cool request, which maybe we can accommodate this. Trudy would like to see us do something with hardwood flooring or something like hardwood in one of these lives.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
cool.
we could do
Yeah.
like a piece of like a.
Yeah, Mitch and I, when we were in Alaska, we got a couple really cool things when we went out there and did a project with Carlos. And so we got a bowl out there, we got another couple pieces of live edge wood, and they'd be perfect for a live. So we'd be happy to do that.
Maybe we could do
Thank
that.
you for, so all those suggestions, they're super important to us. We read your comments. After the live is shut down, we go through and read and get all of all of our ideas from you guys and what you want to see. So make sure you let us know in those comments. And we know the folks that come here to watch these lives, they're really interested. So we take what you say to heart. So thanks a lot for joining us.
Yeah. If you like these or you want to make sure that you can help us, we would love it if you would like this live and also share with your friends or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure, Mike always says, ring the bell so that you hear when we're having new things. So
Crush that
we
like.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. From Stone Coat Countertops, we appreciate you joining us. We love you. I love you. Mitch, I love you. Chris, I love you. With a bunch of love going around this room. And until
That's
next
the Stone
time.
Coat way, man.
Wait, Chris, do you know how to do it? You got this?
Oh,
Yeah,
go with Mitch.
There we go. Yeah.
We'll all do it.
We'll all do
It'll
it.
be awesome.
Northrop, we got somebody in the house in our live audience. Northrop, scoot in there, man.
He's in one of our other videos.
All right,
actually.
Mitch, you gotta transition it.
I will.
All right.
Okay, there's Northrop.
There we go. Him
All
this
right, all
way.
right. From Stone Coat Countertops. Until next time, you got this. We'll see you soon.